The drama is heating up in Formula One as Red Bull Racing finds itself at the center of controversy. According to Gerhard Berger, a former Toro Rosso team principal, Red Bull Racing may be on the verge of collapse. Berger predicts that while Christian Horner, backed by Red Bull's Thai co-owner, will remain, 3 other crucial forces are set to depart. It's a saga filled with intrigue and uncertainty. So, let's dive into this video today to uncover the truth behind this unfolding Red Bull drama. Although Red Bull appeared strong on the track, securing a confident 1-2 finish at the F1 2024 Bahrain season opener, tensions are simmering and spilling into public view behind the scenes. Gerhard Berger, a trusted confidant of Helmut Marko, offers insights into Red Bull's future. Horner stays, Helmut Marko and Adrian Newey leave, and Max goes to Mercedes. Berger's predictions stem from his intimate knowledge of team dynamics. He recalls Red Bull's past involvement in the DTM in 2021, highlighting their pivotal role in keeping the championship afloat at the time. Recent months have witnessed a divide within Red Bull, with Christian Horner and the Thai majority shareholder holding 51% on one side and the Austrian-based Red Bull GmbH on the other. Reports suggest that Red Bull GmbH would rather part ways with Horner than lose its British team boss altogether. Amidst this internal strife, Max Verstappen and Helmut Marko maintain a neutral stance. Their priority is to restore tranquility swiftly, allowing the team to refocus on Formula One performance. Speaking candidly to Mail Sport, Jos Verstappen expressed grave concerns about the ongoing tension within the team, stating, "There is tension here as long as he remains in his position. The team is in danger of falling apart. It cannot continue like this. It will explode. He is playing the victim while he is the one causing the problems." Verstappen Sr. hinted at the possibility of drastic changes, even suggesting that Max might switch to Mercedes, indicating the severity of the situation and the potential consequences for the team's stability. Helmut Marko is refusing to be drawn on Red Bull dramas. In the aftermath of Red Bull GmbH concluding its internal investigation and dismissing the case against Horner, who denied all allegations related to his behavior, an anonymous email surfaced, claiming to contain evidence behind the investigation. Subsequently, Verstappen's father, Jos, publicly called for Horner's exit, adding a new layer of complexity to F1's already tumultuous, silly season. Speculation arose about a potential shock twist: Verstappen moving to Mercedes for the 2025 season after Lewis Hamilton's expected move to Ferrari. When asked about talks between Jos and Mercedes boss Toto Wolff, Helmut Marko remained tight-lipped, stating, "You won't get any comment from me on that." Recent reports suggested a clause in Verstappen's contract allowing him to leave if Marko departs. Still, Marko neither confirmed nor denied, emphasizing the strong trust between him and the 3-time world champion. When questioned about Horner's future as team principal, given the strained relationship with the Verstappen camp, Marko remained elusive, stating, "I won't say anything about that until the case is finally closed." Upon clarification that the investigation into Horner is concluded, Marko humorously responded, "Okay, then I've expressed myself wrong, so let's stick with no comment." Recently, Gerhard Berger, a 10-time F1 Grand Prix winner and friend of Marko, shared a bold forecast about Red Bull's future with F1Insider.com. He predicted that while Horner would stay with the team, Marko, Newey and Verstappen would bid farewell. Interestingly, even this theory did not receive a definite rejection from Marko. "It's an interesting variation," Marko commented on Berger's prediction, as Red Bull gears up for on-track action at the upcoming Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which marks round 2 of the 24-race F1 2024 campaign. Speculation surrounding the team's internal dynamics adds more anticipation to the racing season. Verstappen and Horner's POV. In 2024, Red Bull Racing had a smooth start on the racetrack, with Max Verstappen leading the team to consecutive first and second place finishes. However, there was turmoil behind the scenes, especially in Saudi Arabia, where Verstappen warned of serious consequences if his mentor, Helmut Marko, were to leave. The trouble began with a situation involving Marko, a trusted advisor whom Verstappen deeply respects. This situation raised doubts about Marko's future with Red Bull, despite his initial intentions to stay. Verstappen's reaction to the uncertainty surrounding Marko's position was intense. During a press conference after qualifying in Jeddah, Verstappen hinted that he might reconsider his own future with Red Bull if Marko were to depart. He stressed the importance of Marko in his decision-making process, emphasizing his loyalty by stating, "Helmut has to stay." Although Marko reassured that he would remain with the team for the time being, Verstappen's intervention was significant. It marked the first instance where Verstappen hinted that factors outside of his own performance could sway his commitment to Red Bull. This starkly contrasted his previous responses regarding Christian Horner's leadership, which were more measured. When questioned about the possibility of Verstappen leaving, Horner responded cautiously, saying, "You can never say never." This acknowledgement reflects the team's awareness of the potential consequences of losing their star driver. "If a driver doesn't want to be somewhere, then they'll go somewhere else," said Horner. However, they see no reason for Verstappen to leave Red Bull. Verstappen, under contract until 2028, likely has exit clauses, but Red Bull must ensure he wants to stay. Verstappen seemed uninterested in Red Bull's internal politics until Marko's involvement. Now, with factions interfering, the resolution matters for him. Verstappen emphasized the need to keep the peace, but the Saudi race didn't offer a lasting solution. Horner downplayed tensions, stating his relationship with Marko isn't an issue. He highlighted support from other Red Bull executives. Despite distractions, Horner insists the team remains focused. "We are one team," Horner emphasized. He clarified Marko's role and focused on continuing their winning streak. Horner also made it clear that his relationship with Verstappen is good and there's no tension within the team. But when Verstappen hinted that he might leave if Marko left, Horner responded to Sky Sports F1 saying, "No individual is bigger than the team." He emphasized that nobody, including Verstappen, can be forced to stay at Red Bull if they don't want to. Horner explained, "It's like anything in life. You can't force somebody to be somewhere just because of a piece of paper." He added that if someone doesn't want to be part of the team, they won't be forced to stay, whether they're a machine operator, designer, or in any other role within the team. He stressed that commitment and passion are essential for being part of the team, qualities he believes Verstappen possesses, having been with Red Bull since he was 18. This statement may seem like a generic remark about anyone being able to leave if they want to, but it was actually a direct response to Verstappen's comments. Horner deliberately chose not to rely on Verstappen's contract end date of 2028. Horner is known for being very intentional with his choice of words. This might be Red Bull's initial move to test Verstappen's resolve, especially as Horner believes that 16 drivers are already vying for a Red Bull seat in 2025. Verstappen has achieved all 56 wins and starts with Red Bull Racing, as well as all 3 of his titles. Thanks to Red Bull's machinery, there's a high chance he'll secure a 4th title this year, with the possibility of a 5th in 2025. Could it be that Red Bull, or at least Horner, believes that Verstappen relies on the team more than they rely on him? Thus, the risk of Verstappen leaving might be considered acceptable. Losing Verstappen would obviously be a significant blow. He's arguably the best driver in F1 currently, and his departure would weaken Red Bull while strengthening a rival team if he joins elsewhere. But what are the potential benefits? Strengthening Horner's position of authority within the team could be one incentive. Resolving the tension within the team is another potential advantage. Additionally, given Verstappen's hefty salary, it would free up a substantial amount of money. However, it would be an audacious move for Red Bull and Horner to believe they could endure the loss of a driver of Verstappen's caliber, considering potential cascading effects. The opinions of senior technical figures such as Adrian Newey and Pierre Wacker are critical in this scenario. There's a suggestion that Newey is not particularly impressed and is not firmly supporting Horner. The reputed German publication Auto Motor und Sport reported that Horner sees success at Red Bull as possible with figures like Verstappen or Newey, as long as he remains in charge. Losing the linchpins of Red Bull's dominant era would pose a real-world test of Horner's theory that nobody is bigger than the team. Verstappen's stance on this is unknown, but his clear position on Marko is evident. When asked about Marko's contribution, Horner emphasized the importance of everyone's role, stating, "Everybody has a role to play, no matter what that role is. This team has been incredibly successful. It's had tremendous stability for a long period, and that's been one of the keys to our success." The prospect of Marko eventually departing and the Verstappens contemplating a dramatic move elsewhere in response now seems more plausible. Perhaps Red Bull or Horner is genuinely considering letting such a scenario unfold, challenging the notion that nobody is bigger than the team. So, what do you think of the Red Bull drama? Comment below and subscribe for more.